you saw my last video, you know that I have been kind of struggling with inspiration. I don't really know necessarily where this channel is gonna go and what I want to do just with my life in general. I'm just feeling a little uninspired. But recently I was watching some YouTube, catching up on some videos, and I came across Mary Elizabeth's video that was her vision board video, and I was like, Mary Elizabeth, that's exactly what I need. That's what I need to do, is just, you know, put some things up visually in my room, in my space, so that I can look at it every single day and know what I want this channel to be, what I want my life to look like, where I want my career to go, everything in between. So today we are going to be making a vision board, and we're going to kind of amp up my space a little bit to make it feel a little bit more like home and a little bit more inspirational, so that when I come home from a long week at work or a long day at work, I can come into my space, see all the things that I know I'm working hard for, and hopefully that will continue to inspire me. So there's going to be like 5 steps to this video, and I'm going to go ahead and jump into the steps, and I really hope you guys enjoy this video, and let's get started. So step number 1 for me is prep. It's just preparing everything before you get started. This includes, for me personally, cleaning up my space. Like, what do I need in my space to make me feel comfortable and to make me feel like I'm ready to be creative? And for me, that's kind of cleaning up my space, making sure it's neat and that it looks nice, so when the product is finished, you know, it looks nice up on the wall and the room is clean and ready to accept that piece of art and accept that vision into my space. So aside from cleaning up your space, you're also going to want to obviously prep the materials that you will need for your vision board. So I am going to take a trip to Michael's and pick up everything that I need. You're going to need some sort of poster board, foam board, canvas, whatever it is that you want to use that fits your aesthetic the best and what feels best. I would strongly suggest picking it up and feeling it. That sounds weird, but it really is a good tactic to figure out what material is best for you. So you're going to take your trip to Marshall's, you're gonna buy, or your Target, whatever, you're gonna buy your materials, and then you're gonna wanna go through magazines, through the internet, sit down, and last night I made an entire list of all the things I knew I wanted to be on my vision board. So the sections that we're gonna be doing for this particular vision board are gonna be like career, life, relationships, physical appearance, not necessarily in a shallow way, but like, what is your general aesthetic? So you think about those. What do you want to achieve in your career? What do you want to achieve in your relationships or in your general life? Like, what are some things you want to do? So I made a list of all the things that I wanted to do with my life, and whether that was what I wanted my friendships to look like or what I wanted my career to look like, and I made a list of all those things, and I went through Pinterest and I found photos that I really liked. I went through magazines and I clipped out words, I clipped out pictures, I did whatever spoke to me while flipping through magazines and while looking through the internet. I went ahead, I printed those off, I cut them up, and now it is time to go ahead and get started making your vision board. So that brings us to step number 2, creating your vision board. Now you're gonna wanna sit down, clear out your space, and say, where do I want to put each of these things on my vision board? Do I wanna split them up into sections and say, this is my career section, this is my life section, so forth? Whatever, fits your aesthetic best. I think that's the best piece of advice when doing a vision board, is to really think about what you want and what you want to look at and what will inspire you. And you're basically just going to throw everything onto the board and put it where you think is best, and then go ahead and glue it down. And then step number 3 is going to be, go ahead and hang up your beautiful new creation. Once it's dry and ready to go, you're going to want to find a space that really speaks to you, somewhere you're really going to see it all the time, or somewhere where it fits best and just really works for you. So for me, I'm going to be putting mine on a wall. I haven't decided which wall yet, but you'll see in this section of the video, but I wanted to put it somewhere where I knew I was going to see it all the time and it was going to bring color and life into my space. So I'm going to just hang it up, and yeah, this is what my vision board looks like. Now the fourth step I'm going to do is actually something that's a little bit different from Mary's video, and I am actually adding a little section next to my vision board that is called Visions That Came True, and it's basically just a, you know, little space where I can write down all of the things on my vision board that end up coming true. So, you know, this vision board is kind of made just for this season of my life, so whether that's the end of 2015 through 2016, or if it gets to be this time next year and I am ready to make a totally new one, that's what I will do. But I'm going to keep this list next to my vision board, and I'm going to write down all of the things on my vision board that came true, all the things that I work towards, you know, and what I feel is actually coming true in my life, and I'm going to write those down. And then step number 5 is pretty obvious, and it's just start living out your vision board. So when you, like I said, when you come home from a long day at work or a long day at school and you just feel worn out and you feel tired and like you have no inspiration, you have nothing that you want to do, you just look at your vision board and you say to yourself, this is what I'm working towards. This is who I want to be, and then this is part of my journey. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am so glad that I did it, and I hope it inspired you. And I want to see your vision board. So if you want to show them to me, be sure to tweet me, and you can just do vision board SITD, which is Stories in the Dust, on Instagram or on Twitter, and I would love to see them, or you can tell me about it down in the comments below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have a wonderful day. In the meantime, my name is Parker. This is Stories in the Dust, and I really hope you'll stick around a while. Bye, guys. Ah!